broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Welcome back, AfterBuzzers. Back to AfterBuzz TV. We are here doing Manhattan episode Behold the Lord High Executioner. Very exciting episode. I'm your host, Marisa Serafini. You can follow me on Twitter at SerafiniTV. Joining me, I have...
Hey guys, I'm Alina Vision. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Alina Vision.
Excellent. We have a great episode to talk about. Behold the Lord High Executioner. Funny enough, I did research, thank the Lord, because we know the whole musical play that Meeks' character is in The Mikado. That's actually the character he plays, right. Lord High Executioner, hence the name of the episode. Really quickly, what were your overall thoughts of this episode?
I actually really liked this episode. I liked the fact that it was all about kind of the espionage that's going on, especially with Meeks. It was very heavy on the Meeks situation. You know, I love it when they do the science stuff. I'm okay with it when they do like the whole relationship and whatnot, but the espionage, I think that's really cool. I like this.
I think it's good too because we still didn't really get the answers, and it showed the audience just all the suspense and buildup. We've known, the audience known for some time now, since the end of season 1, and now it's kind of like catching up to Meeks' character. We'll definitely get into Meeks, but I loved how they showed the tension and the actual how it affects him emotionally and physically. I really liked how deep they went into it. And we didn't really get the full conclusion to it yet either.
I know.
So.
Little cliffhanger.
Yeah, we'll get into Meeks, but let's get into Darrow.
Okay.
Darrow's such an interesting character. Do you, at this point, we've seen a few episodes of Darrow now. Do you like his character? Have you made a good judgment? Do you think he's good? Think he's bad?
I mean, personally, I'm not a huge fan of his, but I think he's good for the show. And just kind of showing another side to the whole Los Alamos thing. Yeah, he's an interesting character to say the least. I don't think, like, he's not a spy, I don't think any of that, but I definitely think he takes on kind of the whole searching for communists, searching for spies, like the whole McCarthy era type thing. That's the vibe I get from him.
Yeah, he's like the quiet, silent warrior that, like... don't take your eyes off him. And I liked he brings an interesting perspective, especially to Los Alamos, fully surrounded by scientists who are always against religion. And every single episode he has a religious reference, which that establishes his character. And I think it's interesting. He brings that type of perspective and how to look at a certain situation. And we get him with Abby trying to make repentance for being
for opening her mouth again.
Yes, I don't know. For the woman who killed herself, who was Oppenheimer's. I'm completely mistress. Yes. She wants to be repentant about it. What do you think of this whole situation? Do you find it surprising that Abby pretty much confessed?
I found it surprising that she confessed. Like, when she did it, I was like, what are you doing? You're going to Darrow, who now is probably going to do some research and find out that this woman was a communist and literally in bed with Oppenheimer. Yeah. But, she's trying to confess and find some sort of redemption, and she thinks that that's the reason why she lost her baby. And she's just, it's Abby off in her own kind of little world. So... I don't know. What did you think of it?
I think it's interesting how Abby is talking to Darrow instead of her own husband first. She should ideally go to Charlie because that seems a way more intimate situation. Why go to Darrow of all people?
Right.
Especially he's the one that has connections And she pretty much confessed to maybe a secondhand, I don't know, murder.
Exactly.
Even though the, character killed herself. But maybe she had a hand in that. I mean, and she's pretty much confessing to a murder in a way, if you see it in that way. And I'm like, what could Darrow do with that information?
Yeah, exactly.
He's so high up in the hill. You wanted a way out of a Los Alamos. There, you got it.
Exactly.
He's gonna kick you out.
Yeah.
So I think it's really interesting she went to Darrow first instead of Charlie. But what do you think of the Charlie Abby and what Charlie said to Abby, a different perspective from Darrow.
Completely different perspective. And we didn't see too much of Charlie interacting with Abby in this episode, but in that short amount of time,
hardly saw Charlie at all.
It was just like 2 scenes, I think, possibly.
Maybe.
Yeah. But in that scene with her, I think he was coming to it from like a scientific perspective. Like, you didn't kill her. The lady was already, sick and
she was mentally
unstable. Exactly. So that's not why we lost the baby. All of that. So I thought it was a different dynamic, definitely, from her and Darrow. And I think that's just how they are. It's just that's their relationship.
And just such vast different mentalities that they have. Darrow has the religious, and Charlie is all science.
Right.
Like, that was a scientific situation that happened that you miscarried and whatnot. I personally, I always find the Charlie and Abby relationship really interesting to watch because you really don't know where it's going every episode. Could they be on a positive note this week? Could they be on a negative? And I think it's actually good that Charlie kind of, in a way, talks some sense, more rational. I mean, granted, Darrow was pretty rational in his meanings and whatnot, but I think Charlie made the more sense. Maybe that's just my general opinion. Let us know.
It's my opinion, too. I'm with you, girl.
And I think that was just Abby cooped up by herself, feeling that guilt, and she had to tell someone. And I think she just told Darrow out of convenience, maybe.
It's like, girl, tell your husband.
Charlie's busy. He's working on the, freaking project.
Right.
So, I mean, I can understand that, I guess. But let's go to Frank and Liza.
Okay.
Apparently, I didn't realize. I mean, we've had these last 2 episodes that had a lot of flashbacks and flash forwards. When I kind of messed with the timeline, just in storytelling format, and I didn't really realize, or maybe just forgot, that the fact that it's been 6 months, and didn't realize that Frank and Liza haven't talked to each other at all in 6 months. Was that a surprise to you?
I mean, it wasn't a surprise, but I had to remember that. Like, oh, that's right. Like, they really haven't. Because it's been, a couple episodes for us, like you said.
Yeah.
But for them, it's literally 6 months. But I think it was good that they finally were able to see each other and kind of talk, even though it's not good that if Darrow finds out.
Right. What did you think of their interaction with each other? It was very... there's so much
awkward.
tension there. Obviously, we see Liza maybe somewhat bitter that the fact that they've been broken, well, more separated, because I don't think they have an official divorce.
No.
But they've been separated because of Frank.
Right.
And because of her position and what the information Darrow has on both of them. I can see where Liza's just bitter, be like, why are you talking to me? You're the reason why I'm still stuck here.
Right. And at the same time, she's like, I'm finally doing something that matters. Like,
I'm doing
and you're going to ruin it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think I get it from that perspective. I get what she was saying. But, it's Frank. Like, he still loves her. They still love each other.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
I think it was just, we love their relationship.
Yeah.
They love each other. We love watching them. I think it was just more upsetting to watch them not really be buddy right now.
Right.
It's awkward.
Yeah.
It's awkward and weird, and we're not used to it just as general viewers. I think it makes sense that no relationship is perfect at the Hill. And I find it actually realistic. And I just want to watch more episodes of them together. Actually, having more on-screen time with each other without maybe getting in trouble.
Right.
Because they always have that lingering over us. Like, we can't even be in the same room.
Yeah.
Else they'll send us to prison, which, that's not cool.
No. Nobody wants to go there.
I mean, that's not fair to them either. And it's like they need the proper amount of screen time. and just relationship time to work out their issues.
And they got a lot right now.
When they can't.
Yeah.
But what did you think of Frank, just because these two scientists, we'll call them A and B dudes because they had no names, they were assigned to Liza to get all these materials.
I think they were GIs, weren't they?
GIs, yeah. Yeah, two GIs, I think
he said two GIs.
Two GIs.
It was really quick when he said it.
Person A and person B.
Exactly.
Because they weren't really wanting to be a part of Liza's project. But what do you think of Frank and how he stepped up?
He did. And you know what? It doesn't surprise me that he did. That just shows the love that he has for Liza. And he is excited that she is doing something she really loves to do and she's good at. So I was really happy to see that he went and he picked all the different types of species of plants and all that just for her.
I love it. That was so sweet because she already had, she wanted calcium, iodine, rhodium. Those are just three of the things.
Yeah.
I think that really just shows like how much Frank loves her.
Yeah.
And how much he's willing to help from a distance, I guess.
It's like a peace offering.
It is. He's like, we can't be together, but I'm still...
Sorry. Yeah.
This is as much as I can do for you right now. Still endearing, still gives the audience hope. They are going to get back together without being thrown into prison.
Right.
But I think that leads us to the biggest crux of this whole episode, Meeks. Ooh, we see his actions and his past kind of just creeping up on him.
Everything's just coming to a head with Meeks.
Yeah. What did you think of just like Meeks' storyline? How I even love how they brought the Native Americans and just witnesses and adding that extra pressure to Meeks' story.
Right.
What did you think of this?
I loved the fact that it focused a lot on Meeks and all of this coming to a head. I do love the fact that they brought in the Native Americans because they did play a huge role on the hill too. And just so happens that down in, near the lake in Pueblo, one of their sons happened to see the spy.
Yeah, Pablo.
Yeah. The spy stuff going down. So I was really excited because I didn't know how are they gonna eventually kind of catch that there was a spy or catch, any of that type of stuff. And I'm glad that that's the way it came out. They found the box. They found where
there's the Hershey,
the
box
Hershey box
full of Hershey bars with coded messages and Meeks' handwriting with numbers. Well, it had the code from Julius Caesar, but
go ahead.
No,
I was going to say, did you want Meeks to get caught in this episode?
I did. Actually, I did. But I also realized we're only halfway in the season. If we caught him now, then what is the finale?
Right.
I mean, it'd be, in a way, anticlimactic unless it's like the real big climax of the whole season 2 story arc is the bomb instead of Meeks and finding out his character.
But we know he's going to be at the test.
Which we do, thanks to flash forwards and whatnot. So I did just to see where it would take Meeks' character and how that affects just the whole project, how people would react. Oh, we have a spy. We have to change our ways and just the science and mechanics of it all. I think that would have played an interesting part. But I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
They're still adding to that. And we even got Nora's character really involved. What did you think of her and just how dark she is?
She's so dark.
So dark.
She does not care. I mean, she's willing to kill whoever, whenever.
Even 10-year-old kid.
10-year-old kid. Here, take a pill to kill yourself. I have one too. It's crazy.
If plan A fails, here's a pill.
Plan B. Yeah, literally. But she's a very, very dark character. And I think her opposite of Meeks shows that Meeks still has he has some humanity left because he's like, you can't kill the kid. It's a kid.
She also had a great line too, but it's like one. What was it? I won't quote.
She said something like one kid, but they're like tens of thousands Japanese, right?
I was like, yeah,
I know.
It's like, darn it, you're a bad character, but you're right.
Exactly.
Shoot, I hate it when good character or bad characters are right.
Exactly.
I did like that. I think she plays an excellent foil to Meeks, because just Meeks and his character and the symbolism of the word Meeks is like someone who's not strong.
Right.
And Nora is. We know she can stick up for herself. She's a survivor. She can help other people survive. And by killing other people.
No kidding.
And even getting to the point of orange soda for a little kid, putting a pill in that. Like, don't do it.
Crazy. And it turns out that her dad's in on this.
This guy who shows up on screen, and I was watching it, and I think I literally yelled out loud. I was like, "What?
Yeah,
what? Father-daughter?
Yep, it's a father-daughter duo of spies."
So again, I think I posed the question a couple episodes ago when Nora was introduced. How many other people are spies on the hill? Or just in that vicinity?
I think there's kind of, there could be a lot.
No, I think it's safe to say there's 3.
Yes.
With Meeks, Nora, and now her father.
Yes.
Who else?
I don't know. I kind of think Crossley's doing something for... for the UK. I don't know, maybe.
Side tangent. Let's get into Crossley just a little bit. We'll definitely get back to Meeks. But Crossley's still having these mysterious phone calls.
Yeah.
But, quickly broken up. And he's trying to make amends with Helen, which is still awkward.
Yeah.
It's like
Let it go.
sexual tension, but weird, awkward situation. I'm like, I don't know if they're ever going to resolve that.
I don't think so.
Or because
think so.
you can't keep having them interact and not do anything.
Right, yeah.
But, yeah, what do you think, now seeing these messages are still going, do you still think Crossley's a spy for the British government or just a spy in general?
I think he might be a spy for the British government.
British informant.
Yeah, British informant, possibly. I mean, who knows?
I know. That's another question.
Who knows?
Maybe we'll figure that out in the finale, but again, we didn't get that answer.
He could not be. He could be doing other work for, what is it, Site X or whatever?
Site X.
Yeah, but I have a feeling it has something to do with him being a spy.
That's still going, still unresolved. Back to Meeks.
Right.
So we have Pablo, who is taken in to try to describe the physical attributes of the man he saw at night. But when the audience saw the drawing, we only made out it's a male with a Caucasian male. I guess we can pretty much inference from that.
It looked like Nora's dad.
Yeah, you could be right.
I think it was him.
Maybe because the only scene we had with Nora's dad, it was more side profile, dark lighting. Me personally, maybe I just missed it, but me personally didn't really get a good,
view of his face,
full view. So I didn't even think it could be.
I thought it looked kind of like him.
Could he be the guy that killed
That's
Fisher?
What I'm thinking. I think he was the guy, because you didn't really get a good look at his face and all of that through.
Yeah, because there was a guy who strangled Fisher and then he ran away.
Exactly.
It could be the father. Look at that. Did we just figure that live on air?
Live on air.
That was such an organic flow. I loved it.
Yep.
We're brilliant. And watch, we completely like 2 episodes down the road. That's a good prediction, though. We kind of jumped into that. But yeah, that would make sense. Okay. So this kid...
Pablo.
Yes, Pablo. I'm glad that Meeks decided to still help Pablo out.
Me too.
Even at the expense of he might recognize Meeks. But what was that? What did you think of Meeks and Pablo's interaction where Meeks could call me out? It's just dramatic how they filmed it. Did you like that?
Right. Well, I liked the scene because I think it kind of, brought Meeks back into at least my good side for a little bit.
A little bit.
For a little bit, I was like, okay, there's a good quality of him. He doesn't want to kill a kid. But the way that they filmed it, I thought, and automatically in my mind, I was thinking, because they set it up that way, that the kid saw Meeks, with the box, but it turns out he saw the other spy with the box.
Right.
So
did we get
it was very dramatic.
Ever get his name?
The
father?
The father? No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think she just called
him
Dad.
We'll call him Nora's dad. Nora's father.
Nora's dad.
Yeah, Nora's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked how cinematography-wise, they showed it. It was a little too contrived, though. I think it was just like, okay, the audience, like, dramatic pause. We get it. He could call Meeks out.
He was like kind of shaking, kind of like.
Yeah, it was a little. I felt a little too forced. I can obviously make that connection.
Right.
But great. It's great for storytelling, but a little too forced for that. Just in my opinion. But also, Meeks is also affecting other people other than Nora and Pablo, but affecting Fritz and Jeanne. First of all, they're so cute together.
They are, and I'm so happy that they're together, and...
Not for long.
I know. Thanks, Meeks.
Darn it, Meeks. More so, thanks, Nora.
Yeah, Nora.
Oh, shoot.
But Meeks could have done something.
Meeks could have done something.
He didn't have to go back and
But instead, throw Fritz under the bus. Like, Meeks, what are you doing? You're bringing other people down to your level, and now you're just completely lying to save
Exactly.
yourself.
When he did that, my jaw literally dropped, and I was like, really? Really? You're going to try to bring somebody down to your level?
The only confidant
Fritz.
you've had this whole season.
He's just the nicest guy.
He is. It's like...
No ego, no nothing.
Just straight up personality. We love him. How can you hate him? Even seeing the first scene of Fritz tonight, he's talking generally to Jeanne, be like, we want kids, but I can't have it. He doesn't have the heart to tell her. It's like, there's still plutonium in me.
Yeah.
That we might have defunct kids.
Right.
I understand that. But... and then I liked how their relationship is just evolving. They're like, they want kids now.
Yeah.
And then Meeks brings Fritz down with him.
No,
so
good.
low.
Yeah. I was just... But you could tell that Jeanne didn't want to believe, at least, Meeks. I don't think she did at the end.
No,
she said
I don't think so either.
She said no. Like, he hasn't changed. He's the same guy. You've changed.
You've changed.
Right.
And I liked this, and I loved how Jeanne, already doubted Meeks so far. It's like, no, you're lying. Fritz would never do that. She knows Fritz more than Meeks. But have you ever really seen a lot of on-screen time with Meeks and Jeanne to get a conversation such as this? Like, I don't know you like this. Like,
right.
Or like,
no,
I know you enough to know that you're lying to me.
Right. I guess I haven't really seen too much of just them two. Yeah.
Just interact.
That much at all, coming to think of it, no.
I did like this interaction. I don't think it was earned.
Right.
In a way.
I thought it was odd that she went straight to him and asked. Like,
hey,
didn't tell Fitz, didn't go tell
And she found out because of
the
the what was it, the flute or pipe?
Pipe
the pipe
thing.
that Meeks was using during his play of the Mikado.
Right, exactly.
Smart on Jeanne to put two and two together.
Yes. She's a smart gal.
I think my problem was, like, I wanted to believe this scene so much, and I actually did. If had we seen more on-screen time between Meeks and Jeanne to have a more emotional impact, like, no... If they were actually genuinely friends and then it came to this type of scene and she's like, no, I don't believe you, it would have been way more emotional, or like the audience would have felt something. And I think it didn't hit as hard as it should have. Right. It was effective, but not emotionally warranted.
I kept on saying, why go to him? Like, that was my whole why. Like, it didn't seem logical to me for her to go straight to him, not tell Fitz, not tell somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just me.
But, okay, so we also see Nora. She's the one that's taking initiative on all this.
She just pops up out of nowhere. She's like,
you can't kill Pablo. You can't kill Jeanne. I have to do all your work. I'm the woman. Usually that's how it goes.
Yeah.
But what do we think of Nora now attacking Jeanne and doing Meeks' dirty work?
I mean, I didn't want Jeanne to go out that way. I mean, we don't know if she's out.
I don't think any of us want to.
Don't know if she's out. Little cliffhanger. But, Nora, she's vicious. Yeah. She just thinks, like, nobody's taking me down. I will do whatever I have to make sure nobody takes the plan or us down.
Right. And I think that's also just her survival mode. And just, like, the way her character is conditioned to live in this situation. Like, if anyone... Despite it being a woman, despite it being a kid, if anyone can expose us, we have to take them out first before they take us out. Because granted, they are outnumbered. Yeah. They are in enemy territory because they're on the hill. But I do like Nora's character, just what she is, how interesting she can be. She can be good and endearing at some points, and right on when she's trying to rationale things. Like, gosh, darn you, evil characters who have actual logical reasoning, but she's also just fun to watch. I think that's a testament to Mamie Gummer. She's just an amazing actress.
Right.
I mean, she has good acting genes in her.
No, she's really good, and I like the fact that she's paired up with Meeks. I think they're a good duo on screen together.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate she clocked Jeannie from behind. Very, very sad, low point when you blindside someone.
Exactly.
That shows weakness in a way. That actually, psychologically, that shows weakness.
It does.
Because you can't face someone face to face. You do it from behind.
Says something.
No bueno. Just a little bit about Meeks' play, though. What did we think of that whole production? Just like the fun story about it, I guess you could say. Did you like it?
I mean, I wasn't paying too much attention about the play itself. I mean, I thought it was kind of odd-ish, but, you know, it was neither here nor there to me. What'd you think?
I think it was just funny, but I think the only purpose of the play is just to parallel what's going on with Meeks' character.
Yeah.
He is he plays the main character of the story who is ironically sentenced to be executed.
Right.
And then on top of what's actually happening in the hill, his character is affecting other people who are being, in a way, executed.
Right.
I definitely understood that parallelism that they
even
had
the lyrics
on.
of the songs that they were singing
completely lined up.
Yeah, paralleled what was going on.
I didn't write down the lyrics, but it's pretty much word for word what was happening on screen, like death and pairing.
Yeah.
I liked that. That was, I guess, in a way, literature, artistic storytelling.
Right.
I like that for an episode. But anything else about this episode that we may have missed?
Let's see. Do I have anything?
Behold the Lord High Execution. Behold Meeks.
Yeah.
I would not call him a lord.
No, but I think, with that title, kind of ties into not everyone's, but a lot of the storyline that was going on, especially like Abby thinking she had killed somebody, but she hadn't. No,
people executing other people.
Right. So I think it was a very fitting title. Not only was it, in the play, but...
Oh, that's very true.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about it. I thought more Meeks affecting other people, but yeah. Liza thinking she killed someone.
Right.
Frank or not Liza, I'm sorry.
Abby
thinking she's killing someone. And yeah, there's a lot of deaths going on in this hill. So, you know what? Let's get into predictions then.
All right. So.
All right. We're predictions. So, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think Meeks will be found out in the finale or sooner than that?
Well, I don't think he'll be found out sooner than that, obviously, because we know I think the finale is probably going to be Trinity test-ish.
Yeah.
So we know he makes it at least to that part. Maybe there he gets discovered.
Found out.
Right. Somehow. I don't exactly know how, but I think that's probably his storyline as far as that goes. I do think, and I think I said this earlier, that Darrow is probably going to investigate Oppenheimer's mistress and find out she was a communist. And that's going to set up Oppenheimer because historically after, the whole war and after the Manhattan Project, a lot of scientists were accused of being spies and he was actually one of them. So I think that could be planting a seed for something.
I like that. I liked how... I think Darrow's, he's playing a big character already, but I think someone's going to call him out or something's going to unfold with his character that puts him in a bad position. We also, we might have skipped a little bit, but we did see Darrow interact with Sinclair. Just his, evil, more manipulative ways of weeding out people who he thinks are spies and aren't spies, and the fact that he made Sinclair do all this research just to prove he's not a spy. Mm-hmm. And did you think it was racial profiling in that manner, since Sinclair is literally the only African American on the hill?
Yeah. It could have been, but I mean, I got what Darrow was saying about, like, you know, you're going to cross your T's and dot your I's because, like, everyone's watching you since you are. So it'd be very hard for him to be a spy. Whereas other people, it'd be a lot easier. And they might get a little sloppy.
True.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess in that case, it would be a little bit of racial profiling.
And I like how Darrow tried to cover up the somewhat racial profiling from afar, be like, no, I only put you on this assignment because you don't cut corners and you're actually a good hard worker. And I'm like, sure, butter it up.
Exactly.
We see what you're really doing.
Yeah.
What do we think of this mystery man who kind of hits on Helen? Do you think he will play a role, maybe another love relationship with Helen, someone who's actually good, who's into science, who read her thorium paper of 1938?
But he's a lawyer, so maybe he's just trying to butter her up because he has had his eye on her for a while.
True.
For a hot minute. So he
read her paper.
Exactly.
It's like, that's sexy in and of itself.
So I think that'll go somewhere. There might be some sort of love interest. I don't know what his role in all of this is going to be. I can't predict that one. What do you think?
I think he might play a bigger role because I think just the lines he was giving his character, he's meant to lock up secrets, so I think he already comes with the past. He comes with a big secret that will be revealed. I want to see, I think I say it every episode, I want to just see explosions.
Yes.
Just test. We don't even have to get to the atomic bombs. It's like, I love the drama between everyone, but just give me something.
Yes, yes.
Something.
Experiment.
But I think Meeks will actually murder Nora. It might come to that.
Yeah, I think. It could.
Because that would be an amazing twist on his character. I think they've always played up Meeks is a spy. We know that.
Right.
Is he actually bad or / evil enough to actually kill someone? Because he's in all this to have a stalemate that would have nobody effect.
Right.
And I think everything might just like eat away at him to the point of where he physically kills someone, and it might be Nora.
That's a good prediction.
I think
I'm gonna hop on board with you on that one. That's a good one. I could see that happening.
Yes, and then Nora's father's just gonna come in and stir more stuff up
for sure.
I don't. It's crazy.
Do you think that they'll reveal another spy sometime soon?
Maybe.
Possibly.
I mean, they just revealed Nora's father.
Right.
Again, how many people are on that hill that are spies? I think if we have like 5 spies, it might just get a little
overkill,
diluted with, okay, these guys are the spies, these guys are the
who's the scientist working here? Yeah,
I would rather have the less amount of spies so we can spend more time on them and build their backstory and their just character in them of themselves. And now that we have Nora's father, they're going to build up his character. Just give him a good, interesting story. Why he's involved, how Nora got involved.
Right.
I think that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know more about how they got involved for sure.
Yeah, so let us know, everyone who's listening, rating, commenting, downloading on iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, all YouTube. I guess that's YouTube again. All those fun social media platforms at AFTERBUZZ TV. Where can everyone follow you?
Everyone can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Alina Vision. That is ALINAVISSION.
Excellent. And you can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV. Follow us all at AFTERBUZZ TV. And we will see you next time.
Yep.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AFTERBUZZ TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.